Well, cool. What do we got for the landlord tip of the week?
All right, landlord tip of the week. I just want to make sure, because this is a concept that I took a long time to really wrap my head around, because there's a lot to it. But understanding your insurance, your property insurance, and we could have a whole show on this, which I think we have one coming up here. But understanding kind of your insurance and what your premium is. A lot of people are shopping based on the premium, but what coverage do you actually have? When you're insuring these beautiful brick 100-year-old buildings, you might be insuring, you have the option of insuring it for market value or reproduction. The cost to rebuild a Greystone is going to be a lot more than it's going to be based on the market value most of the time. And most of the time people will go for the cheaper of the two when it comes to premium. So understanding those things, and the co-insurance concept around insurance, that's something else that's very important to understand. I know for me, we undervalued our portfolio for many years in the early 10, 11, 12, because property values were so low. And we ran into some issues we didn't run into issues, but we had some big claims. We had buildings burned down where we maybe walked away with 25 or 30% less than what we could have if we would have understood the kind of the co-insurance game as it stands. And then one other thing I'll add on to this whole insurance piece is, for us, insurance ended up being more of, your deductible. That's another kind of point that you have to consider when you're getting your insurance. For us, we always had a $5,000 or $10,000, or we still do, $5,000 or $10,000 premium, when we kind of understood that anything below that, we're not going to file a claim on. Because if you file a claim, that stuff follows you forever. Even if you sell that building, you just end up getting tied to being a guy that files a lot of claims. And insurance companies, they have their data set. So understand kind of have your own personal criteria for when you file a claim. I think in the last 15 years, we've probably only filed 4 claims, and they're all like major building fires. So everything else we self-insured. All the times we got broken into or whatever story it might be, floods, we would simply basically self-insure that, so we didn't have to file a claim. So I'll just, there's a lot of information around that, but just understand your insurance. It's not always about that bottom line premium that you are paying.